Hey, welcome to day 12 of our Daily Bread devotional. What an honor it is for me to be able to share a encouraging word, an inspirational word to you here today. But before I get into today's devotional, I want to remind you of the scripture verse that we're all working on together campus-wide this week. And it's found in the book of Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 3. And the word says, God would say, "Call to me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things which you do not know." What a powerful verse. I love this verse because it truly, I believe, shows and expresses the heart of our Father. The God of all the universe desires that His people, that His children would truly reach out to Him and draw close to Him and truly call out to Him. In fact, here today, I want to take just the next few moments and really lean into those three words found in Jeremiah 33. Call to me, the first three words. And I want to ask you this question, that in this spiritual growth campaign, as you've been calling out to God, I want to ask you this question. And when you call out to God, are you truly trusting and believing in Him with everything that you have? And when you call out to Him regarding situations that you're in, maybe it's emotional or physical or relational, some things that you're walking through, when you call out to God, is there a complete trust in God that He not only hears you, but that He's going to respond to you and that He's truly working for your good? And the reason why I pose that question is because I found in my own life that many times I've called out to God and I've reached out to Him, but I've done it in a half-hearted way. I've done it in a way that, quite frankly, is filled with a lot of doubt. And as I was pondering that verse, it really reminded me of a story that I'd like to share with you. A recent story I heard from an account of a father who was giving a description of when he was beginning to teach his young children how to swim. Now, to any of my parents that are out there, if you've ever had that experience of teaching your little ones how to swim, you know it can be quite the adventure. But the reason I related to it so much is because he described three of his kids, and I have three children of my own, and it fit my kids to the T in regarding the description. And he talked about that as a father, he stepped into the pool, and each of his kids had different responses to him when he would call out to them to jump into the pool, into the water with him. The oldest child was one that just needed a little extra assurance. He got to the edge of the pool, and when the dad would call to him to jump into the pool, there was a little reservation there, but ultimately he would jump into the hands of the Father. And I could relate to that because my oldest, he responded in a very similar fashion. And then his middle child, when it was that time for the middle child to come of age to be able to learn how to swim, the dad once again would get in the pool and get about 2 to 3 feet away from the edge of the pool and call out to the child and say, "Hey, why don't you come jump in the pool? Come jump in the water. It's nice and cool right now." And the middle child had a little different response than the first child. And that middle child, with complete abandon, even before the father truly got settled in the water, the middle child just jumped right in. And boom, splash, and water everywhere. And the father had to recalibrate quickly to pull the kid up. But it shows that the middle child had no reservations. The middle child just knew that the father was there, and if the father was there, the father would work it out and catch her or catch him. And then the third account was the youngest of the family. When it was the youngest, it was his time to learn how to swim. The father once again would go into the pool and be about 2 to 3 feet away from the edge of the pool and call out to the child. And in this case, the youngest child had a completely different response. In fact, the younger child was also about 2 to 3 feet away from the edge of the pool and assessing the situation and truly going, I don't know, Dad, if you're ready to catch me. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And it really took a little bit more encouragement and imploring of the father to the child of, come on, son, you can do it. Just step up to the edge and truly just jump in. I'll catch you. I'll make sure nothing takes place. And it honestly really took some high encouragement before the youngest child would eventually step up to the edge and jump into the water. And I related to that story, as I said, because I have 3 kids of my own. And as I have gone through that adventure of teaching them how to swim, it was almost to the T of the experience that I had. And when I heard that account, it really took me back to the theme of today's devotional, is how much do we really trust God when we call out to Him and when He calls out to us? Do we really trust God that He's going to come through for us? Are we like that first child who needs to see a few things in order before he takes a jump into the pool? Are we like that middle child that says, you know what? The Father's got this, I'm going. Or some of you can maybe relate to the youngest child, the third one, who really was standing even 2 to 3 feet away from the water and needed more encouragement, needed more really just kind of the healthy tension before they jumped into it. And I want to encourage you that in the season, in this time that we're in, the spiritual growth campaign, that when you call out to God, when you reach out to God, just completely put all of your trust in Him. I'm going to take you to a verse found in Psalm 62, verse 8. And in Psalm 62, verse 8, the psalmist says, trust in Him at all times, you people. Put out your heart before Him. God is refuge for us. The verse says, trust in Him at all times. I want to encourage you that in all times, throughout all seasons, throughout all situations and predicaments that we may find ourselves in, that you would truly put your full trust, your full heart into God, into His hands. And that as we go through this spiritual growth campaign together, that in every aspect of your life, emotionally, spiritually, relationally, and physically, that you learn to just jump in just with complete abandonment into the Father's hands. Why? Because you are now truly living in a way that completely trusts Him. God bless you guys.